Today's discussion is on kinship, types of kinship, affinal and consanguinal. First, let us see the introduction. There is an old saying, blood is thicker than water. When we are in distress, we look forward for help to our relatives. Likewise, tribal society is also closely knitted by kinship relations. Ivan Spritzer, while working among the Nuers, a tribal group of Africa, found that relatives have an important place in their life. He further says that a Nuer holds a person who is his relative as very close to him. Thus, kinship is a social relationship based on consanguinity. According to the dictionary meaning, kinship has to do with relationships by blood or consanguinity, and affinity with relationship brought about by marriage. Kinship and marriage are the basic facts of life. The study of kinship is the study of what man does with the basic facts of life: mating, gestation, parenthood, socialization, siblingship, etc. In its commonest definition, kinship is simply the relation between kin, that is, persons related by consanguinity. The bond of blood or marriage which binds people together in group is kinship. The central components of kinship studies are questions of social paternity for the purpose of inheritance, the nature of marriage, and the varying social forms and behaviors of three biological peers: parent-child, husband-wife, and brother-sister. Next, let us have types of kinship bonds. Kinship is of two types: affinal kinship and consanguineous kinship. First, we have affinal kinship. The bond of marriage is called affinal kinship. When a person marries, he establishes relationship not only with the girl whom he marries, but also with a number of other persons in the girl's family. Moreover, it is not only the person marrying who gets bound to the family members of the girl, but his family members also get bound to the family members of the girl. Thus, a host of relations are created as soon as marriage takes place. For example, after marriage, a person becomes not only a husband, but he also becomes brother-in-law and son-in-law. Here, it may be noted that in English, equivalent to Hindi language, a number of relations created by marriage are referred by the same term. Thus, the same term brother-in-law is used for Bahanoi, Sala, Jija, and Sadahu, Nandoi, and Mausa. Likewise, a girl on marriage becomes not only a wife, but also becomes daughter-in-law. She also becomes Sasi, Vavi, Devarani, Jathani, Mummy, etc. Thus, marriage creates a host of relationships which are called affinal kin. Next, we have consanguineous kinship. The bond of blood is called consanguineous kinship. The consanguineous kin are related through blood, whereas the affinal kin are related through marriage. The bond between parents and their children and that between siblings is consanguineous kinship. Siblings are the children of the same parents. Thus, son, brother, sister, uncle, chacha, elder uncle, tatu, nephew and cousin are consanguineous kin, that is, related through blood. A child is equally a consanguineous to both the parents and their kins. There are three types of consanguineal kins. These are the direct descendants of a pair of common ancestors, or the descendants of the same parents in a vertical line called lineal kins. For example, father's father, father, son, son's son, etc. The brothers and sisters, that is, the children born of the same parents called siblings. Those who are the descendants of the siblings of one's parents called collateral. For example, father's brother, father's brother's son, father's brother's daughter, etc. In this connection, it may be pointed out that blood relationship may be actual as well as supposed. Among the Trobriand islanders of Melanesia, it is the wife's husband who is conventionally accepted as father of a child, even though the biological father of the child is unknown. In polyandrous tribes, the actual father of a child is unknown. For instance, among the fraternal polyandrous Toda of India, all the brothers are husbands of a wife. So, social father of a child born to their common wife is recognized through a ceremonial presentation of a bow and arrow to the mother of the child. Until another brother makes this ceremony, her children of several brothers are regarded as the children of that brother who last performed it, even though he may have been away or dead for a long time. Another example of the overriding nature of social recognition is the practice of adoption. An adopted child is treated as if it were one's own biologically produced child. Thus, blood relationship may be established not only on biological basis but also on the basis of social recognition. So, in kinship, social recognition overrides biological facts. Here we can mention the social father. Real consanguinity is difficult to trace if it is based purely on genetic relationship. Who does or who does not count as blood kin varies considerably from society to society. To a certain degree, it is known, and before it is known, it has been assumed. It is also notable that a child is equally kin to father's and mother's kin, but this is not a universal notion. The father or mother is reckoned to contribute differently to the child. Either the mother is thought of as a kind of incubator in which the father plants the seed which becomes child, or the child is seen as having been wholly created by the mother with the father's duty being merely to open up the passage from the womb or something such. Incest, a consanguine is someone who is defined as consanguine or kin related through blood by society. But blood relationship in a genetic sense has not necessarily anything to do with it. So anthropologists use the term pater or legal father and genitor or biological father. Both pater and genitor are consanguines, but the social father is more important for the continuity of one's consanguineal line. For instance, among the Nuers, in the case the husband dies, a woman takes the help of a genitor or ghost father to get her own biological child under the lineal name of her deceased husband, who is the social father. So, social father is more important for the child in comparison to its genitor. Likewise, anthropologists distinguish mater or social mother from genetrix or biological mother. In this way, consanguineal kins are not at all defined as actually blood relations, and consanguinity is a socially defined quality. The definition of kinship holds. After discussing all the types of kinship, that is, affinal and consanguineal in a nutshell, now let us draw the concluding observations. All cultures distinguish various kins and affines, and these categories, with their associated patterns of rights and obligations, make up what social anthropologists call the kinship system. Even in the simplest societies, kinship exists, which provides various categories for distinguishing between the people one is born among and one's relations with them. Human beings consciously and explicitly use the categories of kinship to define social relationships. It provides a way of transmitting state and property from one generation to the next, and in some societies, it serves to establish and maintain effective social groups.